is enough, and it's time for a change!
Nothing compares to a quiet evening alone. Just the 1, 2. I was just counting on that never happened. I guess I'm dreaming again. Let's be more than this.
You remember me, right? Gilbert Blaze, the one and only, the guy that used to come here and make wrestling videos. Yeah, I know, it's been a long time, but I gotta say, I have to make a wrestling video again because I have a lot on my mind, especially when it comes to the WWE. And I just want to give my opinions on what I've been thinking that's been going on recently. So I gotta talk about my #1 topic, and it's Ryback. A lot of people have been giving their opinions on Ryback, and I have been listening to it. I've been on YouTube watching people's videos and hearing their opinions. And I gotta say, for the most part, I gotta agree with the fact that I thought Ryback had a big push way too soon. Now, I will say this. I like Ryback a lot. He's definitely passionate about the business. He's definitely got the heart for it, and he's willing to work hard and pay his dues. So for him to go from being in Nexus, out of like one of the hottest angles in wrestling history in years, to pretty much not being seen on television for what, almost a year or over a year because he was injured. They didn't let him go. He was like probably close to getting let go, and yet they kept him on, repackaged him into the Ryback character, and now it's starting to take off. So we all know that Vince, he's always had a hard on for like big muscular guys. So Vince definitely has a liking to Ryback, which is why he's getting this big push. But I will say this. He's not ready for the heavyweight title just yet. He still needs to get built up a little more. I did like his matches, you know, when he was facing jobbers and then finally facing superstars. Even though it was squash matches or really quick matches, it showed you like his aggression and what he was made about. Now, unfortunately, he was tagged with those Goldberg chants. And I gotta say, it's so unfair for guys like him that's shaved heads, muscular guys that are intense. They're always going to be compared to Goldberg. So I guess that's Goldberg's legacy in a sense. Now, when Goldberg was hot and he had his wrestling moment, yeah, I was into the guy. He was really good. He was really cool. But after a while, it just started to for me, his heat, his whole moment in wrestling history faded to me really fast once he went to WWE, because then you really seen how he was. He could not handle being in the WWE because WCW fed him all this bullshit and they gave him whatever he wanted, and he basically beat every main eventer in WCW, everyone jobbed to Goldberg. Then when he went to WWE, it was a whole different animal, and he had to learn the system the right way, and he couldn't handle it, and he left. So to me, Goldberg was always a guy that never had the passion for the business. He never had the heart for the business. He was only in the business for the money, and that's not Ryback. So for people to compare Ryback to Goldberg is bullshit, because Ryback, I think, is way better of a talent than Goldberg ever will be. So I'm hoping, really, really hoping that they don't give him the title right away, but it seems like he might get the title very soon, maybe after Survivor Series. But then that's going to come to question about what's going to happen in the Royal Rumble, because The Rock is guaranteed a title shot. So you would not think it would be Ryback versus The Rock. It has to be Punk versus The Rock. That would make more sense. But I will say this. I mean, I was interested to find out what happened to Hell in a Cell, even though I heard from the dirt sheets that they were originally going to give him the title and then they changed it last minute. So there's a lot to be said about Ryback. Who is he going to face the next couple of months? You know, him and Cena and Punk are going to have this triple threat match. Will Cena regain the title? I don't think it's time yet for Cena to get the title just yet, because I still think Punk is, he's going good with this angle about wanting respect, even though I kind of dropped off of Punk a little bit, because when he came back after that big pipe bomb incident and Money in the Bank, and it was such a great moment for him, and I think they brought him back way too soon, and then they turned him heel, and I've been very off and on about Punk. Very off and on about him. I do think he's kind of getting a little bit stale. I will say this, I bought his DVD, and it was really fun to watch. It was really good to see the behind the scenes of the man. And I will say this, Punk has been doing what he needs to be doing to be the top guy in the WWE. He's been a great heel. But I definitely don't want to see Cena or Ryback with the title. But then again, there's not a lot of main eventers. There's not a lot of guys that are getting pushed right now, especially in the Raw side. So it seemed like Cena or Ryback will be the next champion. I think Punk might potentially lose the title at the Survivor Series. So Survivor Series is actually shaping up to be a decent pay-per-view. They didn't really give it a big build-up just yet. But I think there might be potential to having a good pay-per-view. And I'm looking forward to it. Now, I will say I got my WrestleMania tickets. I'm excited to see what they're going to do at MetLife Stadium because I've never been to MetLife Stadium. I'm a big Jets fan, as you can see, and you can see the misery as well because the Jets suck. But I'm looking forward to going to MetLife Stadium for the first time. They're, having a wrestling show there. I want to see how they're going to do the whole layout. It is in April, so I'm hoping it's not going to be too cold. I'll probably have a sweater on me because outdoors in April might be a little cold there. But I'm curious to see how they're going to do this and how the fans are going to respond to being at MetLife Stadium. I heard the first day when the tickets went on sale, they sold over 50,000 tickets already. So they're doing pretty damn good. And, they really jacked up the prices this year. I was really pissed off about how the prices were. But that is common to happen because it's going to be in the Tri-State area. So they figure, we got to do this. I doubt WrestleMania 30 will be at MSG, which really upsets me because that breaks the tradition. I always wanted to see Mania at WrestleMania 30. For 10 and 20, I didn't get a chance to go. And I thought, man, I can make this up by going to 30, and it don't seem like it's going to happen. So that sucks. But other than that, I'm looking forward to Mania and how they're going to shape this card up. But that's more later on. But for now, I got to say, Punk is destined to lose the title. He's had it for a long time now, so I think it's bound to happen sooner or later. The question is also, when are they going to bring Brock Lesnar back? He's still due, and they're still prolonging whether or not he's going to still continue a feud with Triple H. I really don't want to see that no more, but remains to be seen. Ryback, will he get the title? It seems like he just might, but then again, someone might switch that up, and I'm hoping they do because I like Ryback. He's a good character, a good guy. He needs more built up. I gotta say, Daniel Bryan and Kane has been fucking awesome, phenomenal. What a great pairing and what great chemistry those two guys have. But it's bound for them to break up and lose the tag title sooner or later. I don't want them to lose it just right away, but I have to say the tag team division has been starting to heat up in the WWE again. It seems like tag team division is starting to get some attention now, which is good because tag team wrestling has been floundering for so many years in the WWE. So it's good to see some teams that are there. And, Sakara and Rey Mysterio teaming up, I'm hoping this leads to them breaking up and having a match against each other at WrestleMania. That would be really sweet. But it remains to be seen also because those two are so injured prone. It's like, can these guys fucking not get injured for more than 2 or 3 months? So it remains to be seen if those two guys can keep their health on track until WrestleMania. Now, the Royal Rumble is shaping up to be good because are they going to give The Rock the title? Will he go into WrestleMania as a champion against maybe Cena? Remains to be seen also. So there's a lot of question marks right now in the WWE. It's been very up and down, but for the most part, I have been kind of getting interested in them again. I want Dolph to cash in Money in the Bank and become a champion. That's bound to happen. I can't see him not become a heavyweight champion. But they got Sheamus versus Big Show, which was a surprise of the year. I think their match at Hell in a Cell was really good. No one expected that. I think Big Show haven't had a good match in 4 or 5 years or so. But, wow, they had a good match. So they might have great chemistry again at the Survivor Series. That's remaining to be seen. But a lot has been going on. I haven't even talked about TNA and ROH and Chikara and Shimmer. But I just wanted to talk about WWE in this video because I haven't talked about wrestling in such a long time. But I will say this, I have been watching again. I was off and on about it for a while, but I have been watching WWE and TNA again. Have not been watching ROH at all, so I will admit that right now. I haven't been going to an ROH show in over a year because they really lost my interest. They really did. I'm still debating if I'm even going to go to Final Battle. I don't think I will, even though the Ladder War does seem enticing, but I don't think I'm going to go to that. But I am looking forward WrestleMania weekend to going to Shimmer, my first Shimmer event, and I'm going to see Chikara as well because I still think Chikara is one of the best promotions, if not the best promotion going in wrestling today. So other than that, tell me your thoughts about what you think of the current state of WWE. Let me know your feedback on Ryback and Punk's title reign and Cena and Daniel Bryan and Kane, Team Hell No. And let me know what you guys think of The Miz. I think The Miz might be turning face after watching Raw this week. I think Miz is due for a face run anyway. And Dolph Ziggler has still been impressing me and amazing. The guy is so super talented. That man is the future of pro wrestling. Dolph Ziggler needs to be a main eventer. He's such a star. But other than that, let me know what you guys think. And I'm always appreciative for feedback. I will say this. I've been getting a lot of emails the past few months. Thank you to all those emails and people asking me questions. Even got a lot of questions about Hulk Hogan's sex tape, which I could really give two shits about. Hulk Hogan is a disgusting human being. That's what I'm going to say about that. And let me know your feedback on other issues. So I'll talk to you later. Peace.